In this video we introduce advanced investigative tools and techniques such as the use of informants, physical surveillance, lineups, staged crimes, the intelligence cycle, and facial recognition, the use of intelligence, profiling, and other tools for the follow-up investigation. In modern criminal investigations, information is everything, and how investigators gather, analyze, and apply that information can determine whether a case moves forward or stalls. Let's start with informants. Informants provide information of investigative value and may cooperate for a variety of reasons: payment, reduced charges, or personal motivations. Many agencies now use the term confidential informant or cooperating individual. Regardless of the label, investigators must always evaluate an informant's reliability and motives. Law enforcement policies outline clear boundaries for working with informants. Investigators are prohibited from socializing with informants, forming romantic or business relationships, exchanging gifts or money, or making payments without verifying information. Policies also limit who may serve as an informant, often restricting minors, unreliable past informants, former drug-dependent individuals, and those on probation or parole, unless special approval is obtained. Another critical tool is surveillance. While often thought of as simply following someone, surveillance is really the continued observation of people, places, or activities. It can help confirm criminal activity, identify associates, establish probable cause, protect undercover officers, locate suspects, and even prevent crimes. Surveillance can be physical or technical. Physical surveillance may be casual, formal, or long-term, depending on the objective. Technical or electronic surveillance often involves monitoring equipment and may require court authorization. No matter the type, planning is essential, especially for officer safety. Investigators must clearly identify targets, objectives, routines, vehicles, and the possibility of counter-surveillance. Eyewitness identification is another area that demands care. Police may use show-ups, photo arrays, or in-person lineups. A show-up allows for immediate identification of a detained person and can quickly clear an innocent suspect. Photo arrays and in-person lineups must be conducted neutrally, without suggesting that a suspect is present. Photo arrays are typically shown sequentially to reduce mistaken identification, while in-person lineups involve real individuals displayed at the same time or sequentially. Investigators must also be alert to staged crime scenes. Although relatively rare, staging is designed to mislead investigators and divert suspicion. The best defense against staging is a thorough initial and follow-up investigation grounded in evidence, not assumptions. Some cases go cold. A cold case is an inactive, unsolved investigation that may be reopened months or even years later. Cold case units often rely on fresh eyes, new technology, and volunteers who review files to identify solvability factors. After 9/11, the importance of information sharing led to the creation of fusion centers. These centers bring together federal, state, local, tribal, and private sector partners to share and analyze intelligence. Some serve entire states, while others focus on major urban areas. This brings us to intelligence analysis. For decades, law enforcement collected vast amounts of data without effectively analyzing it. Intelligence analysis changes that by transforming raw data into actionable insight, often with a predictive focus. The intelligence cycle includes planning and direction, collection, processing, analysis, dissemination, and re-evaluation. Collection may involve open-source intelligence, citizen reports, informants, surveillance, or interagency cooperation. Processing organizes the data, analysis turns it into intelligence, and dissemination delivers it to decision makers. Re-evaluation ensures the process improves over time. Closely related is crime analysis, which uses quantitative and qualitative methods to identify trends, patterns, series, sprees, hot spots, and crimogens. Linking crimes can generate investigative leads and guide resource deployment. Investigators also rely on specialized analytical tools. Crime scene reconstruction uses scientific methods to analyze events after the fact. Criminal investigative analysis, once known as profiling, provides investigative suggestions, interview strategies, and linkage analysis. Geographic profiling uses GIS technology to identify probable offender locations based on crime patterns. Remote sensing, including aerial and drone technology, allows investigators to gather information without direct contact, helping locate fugitives, detect drug operations, and recover evidence. Finally, tools like time event charting, link analysis, and the Internet help investigators manage large volumes of data, visualize relationships, and conduct modern investigations. Together, these tools reflect the reality of contemporary policing. Successful investigations depend not just on collecting information, but on analyzing it intelligently, ethically, and strategically. This concludes the introduction of this section. Once again, Professor Reese hopes that you read and study this material carefully. Have a great day.